touch your eyes or anything. I just touch my ears. It's not that bad.
My lip? Holy...
This week we're doing something different. Doing something so I guess it was last week when we shot, or maybe it was a week or two ago, because I don't know how long we held on to that episode before we released it, but maybe, yeah, I think it was last week. So this week, you wrote down some stuff you wanted to cover. I wrote some things I wanted to cover, and then we haven't showed each other the things that we got. I mean, it's just random. And I wouldn't say I want to cover it. I think it's just conversation. Conversational. I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
And yeah, but before we get into it.
Well, because last time I was talking about pickles.
Yeah. And that way, we're not bouncing around. But before we get into it, at the end of this, we're going to be doing the Paqui one-chip challenge.
I don't even like hot sauce. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, and also
even when
it's 8:30 now, because last time we didn't have that much time, so now
okay, even when you told me you bought them,
I bought 4
and they were at the door, you saying it now still makes it, I'm like, okay, we're actually gonna do it.
I thought they're gonna be more expensive. They're only like $9.
But I don't know. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Granted, it's the most expensive chip you'll probably... $9 for one chip.
Well, yeah, really, it's not that expensive. It's $9 for one chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I got 4 of them, because we'll see if... I've seen the viral Shaq video. I've seen hot ones. They've done it on hot ones, and I've seen a bunch of like celebrities and whatnot do it before.
Yeah.
And I always thought in my head, how hot is it? And we're gonna find out at the end. So stay tuned to the end.
I'm so scared. I'm scared, but I guess we're gonna do it. He bought whole milk.
Oh yeah, it's in the fridge right now. We're not gonna do the hot ones where it's sitting on the side warming. So towards the end, once we go through the conversation, if we notice ourselves starting to die away, not talking as much, because towards the end of the last time, like we kind of had like pauses.
I'm scared.
If that happens this week, we're just gonna go straight into the chip challenge. I'm pumped up for it. So much for it. I wanted to get it over with earlier today, and I was like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
But I've held off.
I'm pumped up for it. I'm not that excited. Well, I'm just scared. It says, okay, it says caution extreme heat. And then we'll read everything else when we like
we'll
are
open
about
up the box. We'll kind of go over everything, show you guys what's in the box.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh my God. So it's kind of cool how they do a new one every year. So they have the 2021. This is the 2022 box. So the 2021 was a yellow box. 2022 is blue. So yeah, we'll go over these later. And maybe I'll just keep them. Okay, that's not gonna work.
Anyway, first off.
You want to start going with yours, I'm assuming?
No, first off, whenever I drink something out of a mug, even if it's not hot coffee, I drink it like it's hot coffee. Do you do that? I'm like, and I'll swallow. You know how you swallow hot things differently?
I guess.
I do that every time I'm drinking from a mug.
I just feel
this
like
is
a
just
news
water.
Anchor. I just feel like a news anchor, like, how they always, if they drink other coffees.
And you have that big old mug.
Yeah, my mom bought it, Scorpio. Even though I'm not really, I'm a cusp person, baby, or whatever.
I'm on the cusp also.
Yeah, we're a cusp couple.
Okay, Weston Fordham, you're going first.
All right, our first topic is career goals. And this could be kind of overall the career goals on like how to create them, and we don't even have to harp on this too much. And then I created this, oddly enough, before we talked about it the other day. So it's kind of, yesterday. And so it's kind of like we're going to be having a conversation that we had yesterday. So this probably won't be as in-depth as like it probably...
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like having that same conversation for you guys and whatnot. But I think having career goals, even if they're broad, are good. And I would say my career goal is to have a big, corporation and entertainment and media company that does everything from film production, video production, digital marketing, virtual reality, metaverse stuff, and we haven't mentioned it on this podcast yet, but the goal is to take this podcast to the metaverse eventually.
Take it to the metaverse.
You guys will see what that is once we have it set up. It's going to cost tens of thousands of dollars to do.
But we want to go to the metaverse.
We're going to take this podcast to the metaverse. And it's going to be a long-term investment. And it's also something that I'm passionate about. I got into learning,
and it's really cool.
Really cool. I'm got into learning Unreal Engine. I kind of haven't been keeping up with it the past 2-3 weeks, or the last 2 weeks because life's been so busy. But the goal is to take this podcast to the metaverse.
And what's that headset that you have?
Oh, the VR headset?
Yeah.
The Oculus? Yeah.
Is it like something similar? I'm assuming. Well, not really. Like. Well, because.
Well, we'll be cartoons.
Yeah,
not
like
cartoons,
anywhere in
but
the world, but
realistic
yeah, I don't know why that
cartoons.
reminded me of whatever it's called. What is it called? What did you just say?
Virtual reality, VR?
The VR.
Yeah,
I love that thing.
But that kind of off topic about the career goals thing. But
yeah, but I think eventually I would like to do something online in the fitness space. Like, I don't know. Right now, I'm still trying to navigate and figure out what that is and what my end goal is going to be. But right now, I know what direction I want to go in. Eventually, it'll be online. And I also want, like, somehow to make a community out of, like, not just fitness, but, mental health, just talking. I don't know, like a community-based,
yeah, so
like, group or something online. I don't know. Still things I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
It doesn't come. Like having a dead-end career goal doesn't come easy to me. So I feel like I'm still learning. I'm still getting there to where I want to be.
Completely understand. And I guess essentially kind of create like an online fitness program.
Yeah.
Where people can come to a website, buy like courses.
Like
off
fitness
you,
community, yeah.
have like a community, almost like I don't want to say like Orange Theory Peloton, but like instead of like a full, kind of like Peloton has like online trainers, and you can pick a trainer, but instead of it like a whole platform, it would just be you, and you would have your own things, and no, I definitely see that happening for you, and then eventually you work at Rise and Grind, and eventually be more in the business side of Rise and Grind and kind of grow with them, and then maybe be a manager there while also growing your own brand and having your own fitness company, and then eventually maybe even having your part of your own gym, whether it's with Rise and Grind or not. Or remember our goal is to get a warehouse. Probably in the next year or two to get a warehouse where we have a big warehouse. I don't know a big warehouse, but some type of warehouse where we can do film production, have our the marketing team there, kind of like an open layout, kind of like a tech company.
Yeah,
and then
open
have
layout
a
for
fitness
sure.
area where that you could bring people that way. And then I don't know if you guys, a lot of people know who Mr. Beast is, and I've always had this idea of building a house within a warehouse. And then we saw him on Mr. Beast. He literally has an apartment in his warehouse.
I had
where he
no
lives.
idea.
And when I saw it, because he did this one YouTuber, this tech YouTuber, did a tour of his facility. And when I saw that, I was like, that's exactly what I want. I want to have a warehouse, like the Fantasy Factory. I want that as my house. And then a section of it is just a normal house. But then the other section of it is studio space and office spaces, and that's my long-term goal. And I think it's part of your long-term goal because that would also help, with your have to pay rent at a gym. But it's always good to have long-term goals. And I am a believer of writing down your goals and like a yearly goals. But then like I'm also a believer that I feel like it's okay to have kind of open-ended goals where it's like, okay, I just want to have a successful business.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then creating a plan, yes, that helps, but I feel like the first step is just getting that written down and like kind of understanding where you want to be, and then that in itself can motivate you. And then Because a lot of the people I feel like don't even make that first step, and so.
What, writing down their goals?
Writing down their goals,
Or
or even having a goal in mind. You know, the person they'll be like, I want to be successful.
Well, you know, it's funny because that's kind of one of the topic that I was thinking about because for you,
transitioning to your topic?
yeah, for you it comes so easily, and like you kind of not saying you judge people, but like how you just said, you almost kind of judge someone like, oh, some people don't have their goals or don't have an insight. Some people don't have like that mindset of like a long-term goal, if that makes sense, or even like having that like ability to think that far ahead or to think about, you know, like you're an entrepreneur, to think about where I want to be in my business, if that makes sense. A lot of people are like, how am I going to make it to next month? Or how am I going to make it next, you know what I mean? So like some people do think long term, but like I do think it comes easier. So I feel like there's basically, how do you get your mindset to just like stay on track? Like how do you stay on track all the time?
I'm kind of cold now.
And
Is that a question?
yeah, I'm asking you. How do you stay on track all the time? Like you work crazy hours, right? You work crazy freaking hours. How do you stay on track all the time and like know that you have an end goal or want an end goal, or like how are you so motivated? What motivates you?
Okay, so I didn't know this was going to turn into an interview.
No, because
Well, make sure your thing is still recording.
no, it's not an interview. I mean, you can just
Are you talking?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure.
I'm not sure. Well, not an interview. I'm just saying you. It's funny because I mean, you try to motivate me. You try to get me up in the morning sometimes, but like just like you said, oh, I don't know how people can't write their goal. Like it's not like I think you're judging them, but because you think that other people
I don't write
could
down
also.
my goals. That's why I said that. I don't write down my goals.
Yeah.
And my dad always says to write down your goals. I don't write down my goals. My goals are internally inbred in my mind. But
Yeah.
also there's rappers that write down their lyrics, but then you have Jay-Z that doesn't write down his lyrics. He remembers them in his brain, and then he just says them so much in his brain. So I might be the Jay-Z of writing goals.
You might be a Jay-Z. That might be what it is, you know.
No, but the answer to your question is it helps understanding, like I said, where you want to be when you're 40. Like,
Yeah, just thinking about that.
always thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think about it every day. I think about it almost all day, every day.
Yeah.
I want to say all day, every day. But then it also keeping track of your progress. And like another thing is I don't write down. I can be better at writing down my progress of like each individual step, like week to week, month to month. I can be way better at that. But I think just understanding your progress and understanding where you are and how close, and then it also helps that I'm work with other people and I make sure I'm talking about my goals to other people, because I don't talk about it to a lot of people like on social media or my friends, because I don't have that many friends, but I don't like, it's not like I'm posting on social media all my goals all the time. I talk to you.
Yeah.
I talk to my mom or my brother or my dad, but mostly you now. So it's like almost just finding someone that you could tell your goals to, and just always know that they know, and then that feeling of if I don't accomplish it, they know I
Holding
failed.
yourself accountable.
Yeah, finding a way to hold yourself accountable, and then two, kind of the piggyback off of that. I mean, I work with you, I work with Luke, I work with Hudson, I work with Christian, and all you guys kind of depend on me in some type of way. So if I don't show up every day, and if I don't lead by example, like, it can kind of bleed into the rest of everyone. And I don't know how, when you played sports, like, I was never a vocal leader. I was always a leader by like working the hardest. I was always like a person. So I'm working on being a more vocal leader.
Yeah.
And I've always just been a lead by example. And so like if I can lead by example by just working a shit ton and just like outworking everyone, I feel like then that should like inspire the people around me. Like, oh shit, he's working that hard, then I have to work that hard. And then.
Also, I think it takes time. I feel like you didn't just get there overnight. It took time for you to get there.
Well, it helps with sports.
Yeah, sports also helped, but it's like also want to remind myself not to be so hard on myself because I don't have that end goal 100% all the time because I wasn't exposed to that when I was younger, or it just took me a slower pace to get to where I am now, if that makes sense. Like being exposed, like your mind being exposed to those things and the business side of things and, working hard for a certain goal you have in mind. My mind wasn't exposed to that as much as yours.
Yeah,
when we
growing
were younger.
up, I definitely I definitely credit my dad instilling the hard work because like I remember growing up in our house, our second house, the one that I grew up in, the same house that my mom grew up in as a child. My bedroom was just kind of to explain the layout. Like we had a long driveway, and my bedroom was kind of at the corner of the house next to the garage. So a lot of times I would hear the garage open when my dad would go into work, and then it'd be like 5 a.m. 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And so if he's leaving the house at 5 a.m., 5:30, it means he's waking up at 4:30. And so like that means like, and then that was like an everyday thing. And so like and then he would come home, at 6. And then 6. And then he would, in the beginning when I was young, he would travel almost every week. And then so I just kind of saw that. And then of course, like I said, the sports thing. So I just remember my dad waking up early every morning and stuff like that. So that helped a lot as well. So if you are having trouble working hard, I mean, then it's just like a practice thing,
And it's like, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It goes from like, yeah, we kind of grew up differently, but at some point in your life, it's just fucking do it. You know what I mean? So like, you can work hard every day. You might not know exactly where you want to end up or that end goal, but keep working towards something. It's gonna come out of, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna grow into it one way or another. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. It's you gotta grow into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and kind of like I don't want to go back to the sports thing, and like you have to. And the reason why I'm going back to the sports thing is because I worked so hard in sports is because I loved sports.
Yeah.
And then now I'm in a career where I own my own business, and like I have something that I'm passionate about. And like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not passionate about everything about my business, but because like as you get your own business, you got to do a lot of things where you like start realizing
gotta be a lot of different people.
And like. Exactly. And I'm not passionate about, clients are going to hate this, but I'm more passionate about growing my business than my clients' businesses, which we're a marketing company. The thorough part of it is a marketing company. So I have passion for growing businesses, and my next level up to scaling my business is finding someone, because when you own your own business, eventually you cannot focus on each individual client. That's not scalable. I need to find someone who can work on these clients. Because say we have 20 people, I'm not going to be able to work on every client's thing. I might be able to talk to the client every once in a while, but I need to find someone who's just as good as me at understanding businesses and scale and work, but who could take over that, like looking at all the client stuff and helping the people who work on each account, because eventually I'm going to be so busy focused on how do we scale our business, what new services are we going to, how are we going to expand in certain areas. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk is not talking to the Tesla owners.
Yeah.
He's talking to the engineers. He's trying to make the product better. So that's what I need to start focusing eventually, not now, in the next 1 to probably 3 years. That's where my focus needs to completely turn into. How do we keep improving our services? Because right now I'm focusing probably half of my time, if not more, on the individual clients' accounts, which eventually that needs to come down to almost zero, because that way it's going to allow me to focus on how do we improve the services we offer our clients, which I can think that's still, but if I'm working on all the client stuff, that's not scalable. So,
It's funny.
What?
The other day I was on Instagram and I saw what gets me, no shade against anyone, right? No shade against anyone. Don't care what people do to their bodies. But what gets me going is...
What grinds your gears?
It grinds my gears
Oh,
is
shit, look alive.
when
You want me to let her out real
our
quick?
dog wants to go outside. Go
Keep
let her out.
talking.
What grinds my gears is when people on Instagram, aka girls on Instagram, that get BBLs or butt injections, and then start posting butt workouts. Like, I don't know what it is about seeing it. It's so funny. Like, it doesn't even make me mad. It just makes it's so funny to me to see. I don't know. There's some really good ones out there. I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's some really good ones where you can see it's really big, and then they're posting a booty bed workout.
So my head's gonna be cut off for a little bit because I'm going to get up and let her back in. So this is going to be awkward.
You're
for
talking
people,
about our
but, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the butt injection. I don't like.
BBL.
You know, I'm not going to say anything about it.
But you don't like what? You don't like what?
I hate fake butts.
I hate fake.
I hate them.
I'm glad
I just like natural. I like butts that are.
He
made
like
of,
that thing.
I like butts that are made of like muscles. Like I like workout butts and like.
You like my butt?
Yeah, that's why. But I'm not talking about why. But like that's like the ideal. What the fuck? She's already back.
Our dog, Lila, is a woman of few words.
Look, she's
always hungry.
She's like, hey, you gonna give me a treat?
She thinks she can get a treat every time she goes outside. That's not the case. Her father does spoil her though.
Not as much anymore.
Stepfather does spoil her. Because we went to the vet and she was
like
overweight.
3 or 4 pounds overweight. Not that much. But I'm used to having mastiffs growing up, so I was putting two scoops.
Hint.
I was putting 2 scoops into her dog bowl when you only needed to do 1. So
giving her treats.
I wasn't giving her treats.
And I was giving her
She was giving
treats.
her treats. And then she wouldn't eat all her own food. I was like, what kind of dog doesn't eat all her food?
We're like, what's wrong with you? And she's like, I'm stuffed.
Now she eats all her food. But backtracking to the social media thing.
Yeah.
One of my topics is social media and how to use it. And I guess I'll start with you. How do you use social media? And
how do I use it or my relationship with social media?
your relationship, how you use it?
So really social media, my social media right now is all motivational and fitness. And like that's kind of it. Mm-hmm. So like I'll start from here. A couple years ago, I was on social media. I was on Instagram and I was scrolling through Instagram feeling like negative, and I was like, what the hell? There's no reason why I'm forcing myself. Like, I'm looking at shit that's making me upset. So then that day, I went and followed a bunch of pages.
Unfollowed?
Unfollowed a bunch of pages, and then I followed a bunch of pages that made me feel good.
Motivational.
Yeah, and then just, like, I was like, I shouldn't open this app and, like, feel like shit, right? So I made it so my feed is only fitness and, like, motivational, like, people that I like, and then, close family and friends and stuff like that. But I use it solely for posting.
Am I in focus? Hopefully I am. Oh, well. Yeah.
I use it solely for, like, posting workouts, and I think it's used as a tool in especially in my career, or how I kind of want to, like, project myself. Like I said, eventually I want to be more use it more as a tool, but it takes, it takes time, and I also don't have a good relationship with it. Like, I went through a phase of, like, okay, I am posting stuff, but, like, when I post it, I'm checking the way I look over and over, and then I was like, I shouldn't be doing that either. So when I post, I want to have a good relationship about what I'm posting.
It's also the industry.
That's why I always take break. Yeah, the industry's crazy, especially for fitness. That's why, like, right now, I always take breaks, and I think I give myself, like, leniency on that, because I think the next time I get consistent, it'll be in my favor, you know, but it's only a tool for me. Like, and social media, not just Instagram, YouTube, I only watch music videos and podcasts. Like, you know, so people are always like, social media is bad, blah, blah, blah. I don't like being on all the time, but I do think if you, like, it can be so negative and so demeaning to, like, younger people and stuff, but I do think if you use it as a tool and make it positive for yourself, it's a good freaking thing. It's huge right now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
From when we grew up, it's like, it's huge. How can you not be on it?
Lila, get away from
I don't mess with TikTok though.
What?
It's too much for my brain.
Yeah,
I
TikTok's a good
can't do
platform.
TikTok.
It's good
too much
for
for my
growth.
brain.
It's good for growth. And
Oh yeah, I understand that.
It's brand awareness and a lot of younger crowd there. But it has shown that TikTok doesn't lead to that much conversions in a lot of products. Mainly like small products, it leads to conversions. But if you're like a big ticket item, it's more for brand awareness.
Yeah.
And if you're like a service base, it's not really like if you're a lawyer or financial advisor, or you're not gonna probably get too many leads from TikTok, but you would get a lot of brand awareness from there compared to other platforms. But the reason why I brought it up is because a lot of people, a lot of small business owners, entrepreneurs, they spend so much time on social media trying to grow their personal brands, their businesses pages, which I would say yes, focus on, if you have a personal page and a business page, focus on your business page. And people, there's like you know, there's this new wave or era of these Gary Vee followers, these people that see these, you know, videographers or, you know, finance influencers or fitness influencers with millions of followers. But if you're a small person, I would focus more on outreach than your growth in followers, because you're going to get more leads that way quicker. And then two, you know, and when I mean outreach, cold emails, cold messages, you know, cold calls, but mainly cold emails on, you know, through your email, but then also on LinkedIn. And then just kind of understand what you want to use it as a tool. Like for me, my personal social media right now is, I used to use it as a tool to gain video clients, but now I use, like especially Instagram, now I just use it as a tool to keep up with my friends. And then I use my LinkedIn, I use the thorough marketing social media pages as a tool for brand awareness and gaining leads. Now, you just kind of like, don't get caught up in your personal brand, because everyone I know is saying, grow your personal brand, grow it, post, you know, your personal brand is the only thing that's going to stay with you. Yeah, that's true, but you get so caught up in like, you know, trying to like get followers when really followers mean shit. Like, and I think I've told you this comparison. Look at J. Cole, look at Lil Pump. Lil Pump had, I think it was like 3-4 years ago, Lil Pump had 18 million followers on Instagram. J. Cole had like 1 or 2, maybe 4 million. Lil Pump dropped an album, had 35,000 sales first month. J. Cole dropped an album, had like 200,000-300,000.
Yeah.
And it's not about your followers, it's more about like finding the people that actually will be, you know, build that community, build that engagement, that will actually like not just be there to see you, but be there to actually support you. And so
yeah, I mean, it's like social media also. Is it
people care so much about the views
bad
and
or
likes.
is it good? I mean, it's just the way you use it. And also make Instagram casual again. I love using Instagram as a tool, you know, but also the other day I was like, there's pictures on here that I can't even find like on my camera roll that I haven't like saved or anything. So it's basically like a picture book, but on your phone. If you think about it, God forbid it gets deleted forever in like a couple years. But I mean, there's pictures on there.
What do you mean it's gonna get deleted?
No, I said God forbid it gets deleted, and you know, some of the only pictures I have of certain things are on Instagram. So I think it's kind of, I mean, it's, you look at people, older people, or like your friends from high school, and they post a picture, and it makes me feel all fuzzy inside, because I'm like, you're just sharing your life. So I think it's social media in that aspect I really like. But I mean, it goes a bunch of different ways.
And when
honestly.
the grow a following, it takes a lot of fucking time. And all those influencers that you see that have millions of followers, I bet you they don't make their own content anymore. So that shaves off a lot of time. And I highly doubt they might have someone that's posting for them. And so think about that. They are having someone else do it as a job or a part-time or a full-time job. Mm-hmm. So if you are focusing on growing your following so much, it's turning into a part-time, full-time job, maybe it's time to maybe find someone to do it for you, or to spend less time on it so you could focus on getting actual leads without paying for ads. And I mean, I'm not going to tell you the full way to do that because that's what I do for our business. But ready for what?
Another topic, go. All
right, for the next topic is kind of like wait, the next topic's for you. That was my topic, the social media thing. So now it's back to you.
Next topic, go.
Yeah. You want to do like one more topic? Because my last, we're at 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness, we're at 30 minutes. You know, I was just gonna ask you, since we're here, we're together, like we don't live together, spend every other moment together, but how is your life transitioning into our move? We've been here in Jacksonville for what? 9 months?
Is your mic good? It's falling off, so just make sure it doesn't fall off.
It's falling off, you just yanked it off.
Alright, but I think it's gone.
Anyway.
It's still right there though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what was your question?
Basically our life adapting to our move here. Yay, nay, hey, say.
It is also kind of doing this is hard for me because I'm so used to being behind the camera. So in the back of the whole time in the back of my head, I'm thinking about how's the audio. Am I in focus? Because I'm so.
He keeps looking at my mic and pinching on my clothes.
I do this for a living. Part of it is just kind of like making sure all this is going well. So like in the back of my head, while I'm talking, I'm thinking about this shit all the time. So luckily, having a mind that's so all over the place is good for this. But how I'm transitioning.
Was the transition hard?
I don't think it was hard at all.
I was thinking about that the other day. We picked up and just fucking left Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't think it. I mean,
and that's why I'm like, what did we do last New Year's? And then we were driving here.
Yeah.
Picked up. I just brought it up. I don't know. I was just thinking about it the other day, but it's been so easy.
I think.
Aside from everything, also the weather's a little bit nicer here.
Yeah. So like.
Can't wait for it to get colder though.
Yeah, that's what I'm not really sure. We're definitely going to be in Jacksonville for another year. After that year, we're either going to stay here for a very long time, where we're our house now, and just make it so we're living so below our means. It's kind of like
very, very long time.
We're driving our Toyota when we could be driving like a Lamborghini. I'm talking about house-wise. So this eventually will be a Toyota for us when we can afford a Lamborghini. But that's my goal. But the transition is not too hard. I have family here. That's one, and then two. I work from home.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not like I started a new job. I hate my new boss. Yeah. So it's like I am my boss. So
compared to you and me, it's completely
but I don't
different.
like Jacksonville that much.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's kind of boring here. But I also like it because it's boring here. Like there's not much shit to do.
Yeah, I like it because it's boring here, but also the city, Atlanta, like the city of Atlanta, was the only city I've lived in like before here. In my adult life.
That's what I liked about Atlanta, though.
You know, the city was crazy. City, once you live in it. But then it got increasingly more dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
As, you know, when I moved closer to it, it's when danger started. But I don't know. I think it's been easy. It's been pretty good.
Easy. I mean,
we've been pretty good here.
Our relationship has been like we
Our relationship
we dated for 2 months. We moved into 2 weeks. We dated. We moved in with each other. So it's like everything we do is just super quick, spontaneous, and we adapt quickly. So that's a pretty easy question.
Universe be taking over.
Also,
taking over.
Kind of going back, mentioned the dog thing. We are getting a new dog soon.
I was waiting for him to say that.
We're getting an American Mastiff.
We're getting an American Mastiff. We
A
already
brindle,
have his...
male American Mastiff.
His name is Apollo.
His name's going to be Apollo.
He was born on the 10th.
10th of this month. And he's going to be anywhere from 160 to 220 pounds.
I've never had a big dog. Lila is my first dog as mine, adult life, given to us. He grew up with Mastiffs. It's going to be exciting. We will have updates to come. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're excited, and we should have them in November, right around Weston's B-Day.
Yeah.
The big 27.
Yeah, I'll be turning 27. And then kind of, I don't want to harp too much on the new dog, but I don't know if I want to cover this topic, but the one that you saw when we were upstairs.
I don't remember it.
It was the seasons of life, and like, what that is to me is like your life goes through seasons where it's like up and down.
I love you, but that was not one of your smartest. Yeah.
And I think we might have covered it a little bit, and it's just all about kind of understanding that cycle.
Adapting.
Adapting and understanding that there's cycles of life, like
Yeah.
and there can be quick. We had a quick up where we had that I was the HP. I was through transitioning, you working for me, and then it quickly goes down and then it's back up. So it's like it could be a week. Your seasons of life could be days. It could be weeks. You could be up one day, down another.
Once you accept that it flows, you feel and you flow a lot better.
Exactly.
Like you can, and I still do this more than I should, but once you just let go and realize you really aren't in control, the universe is gonna keep going, right? You wake up and the sun's gonna shine every freaking morning.
I'm sorry.
But like, are you gonna get up and keep going? Like, you just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You can't, hopefully you don't really daunt on the past. It's harder than it, what does it say? What does that say? Easier said than done. Hopefully you don't daunt on the past.
Such an inspirational.
Easier. No, I'm saying. I just couldn't remember what it was called. No, but seriously, hopefully you just don't daunt on the past so much and realize that life is just changing. And the other day I was laying in bed.
I think we're just stalling now till the chip.
I'm scared.
Okay, so
scared.
we're gonna take a break. We're gonna move the camera because I'm not gonna be sitting down taking this. And if I'm standing up, my head is chopped off. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut, change the camera, set it, the look a little bit so we can stand up and do it.
How was I talked into this?
I don't know, but we'll be right back.
Milk. I don't drink whole milk.
Yeah, I don't either. The reason why it works is because it's, Mythbusters said this, and if you watch Hot Ones, they always have whole milk on the side.
Okay, so we're doing the one chip challenge. This is the 2022 version. It says turns your tongue blue. For those of you who don't know, how do you pronounce that one?
Paqui.
Paqui. One
Have
extremely
you seen
spicy tortilla chip.
Their chips are in the convenience. They have those bright color bags. You've probably seen their chips before. They're good chips.
I'm gonna read you guys the warning. Okay, it says, do not eat if you are sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades, or pregnant or have any medical conditions. Keep out of reach of children. After touching the chip, wash your hands with soap and do not touch your eyes or other sensitive areas. Seek medical assistance should you experience difficulty breathing, fainting, or nausea. All right. I probably should have, like that person said, worn a glove.
Really cool box. Very cool box.
Yeah, comes in this
Okay, so step 1, the tongue takeover. Step 2, the shock the senses. Step 3, surge of tears. 4, jolt to the gut. And 5, voltage overload. Those are the 5, I guess, transitions of pain. All right, so let's say, read this. How long can you last before you short circuit? 1 minute is powerless. 10 minutes, without eating or drinking anything for relief. 1 minute powerless, 10 minutes powerful, 30 minutes supercharged, 1 hour invincible. Which one are we gonna go for? 10 minutes? I don't wanna be powerless.
Hell no, we're going for like 5 minutes. 1 minute.
I'm gonna go, all right, this is what, I'm gonna try to do a straight face.
It says eat the entire chip. Prove it. Show us your tongue. All right, you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
We need to just do it.
I want to keep reading it. It's made out of Carolina Reapers, that's the hottest chip you can get. Man, I am. All right, let's.
What?
No, I'm just psyched. So psyched about this.
His idea. You backing out? Oh my gosh. I don't want to do it.
Oh, mine chip's broken, but. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
It's not bad.
Honestly, it's not that bad. The color freaking me out right now. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna touch it.
My chip's broken.
Thank God mine is. I'm not even gonna touch the chip. I'm gonna try not to.
You want to chew it? Because if you don't chew it, your gut's gonna really digest it.
And
you have
5.
You have to eat the whole thing.
Okay.
And don't touch your eyes or anything. I just touch my ears. Fuck. Don't touch your eyes when I'm touching.
Okay. 5, 4. Oh, no. Wait.
Hold on. Let me get my phone out and I need to put like a timer on.
I'm having like butterflies in my stomach right now. Actually, I'm not scared. I'm
shooting for 10.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh man.
Oh!
Where's the meat? Oh.
I can't breathe. Wait.
I was about to say it's not that bad.
My lips.
What is that?
Holy fuck! My God! Oh. I'm just gonna. Well, how long are we supposed to go for? There's no way. Whew. Yeah. Whoo!
Yo, that's bad.
Oh fuck. Okay, I'm sorry for. Whew. Oh my God.
I'm crying.
Wait. Holy. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You can get the milk.
No way.
Bitch. I'm joking.
Holy.
All right, yo, we lasted 2 minutes. All right, yo.
I have. You're not going away. I'm just resting the milk on my lips. I'm like snoring. I can't even breathe. There's no fucking way I'm lasting 5 minutes on that. Ain't no way. Half a gallon gone. Every time I think it's getting better.
I can't talk.
Every time I think it's getting better, my lips
How are you
drinking
even talking right now? I can't even, my tongue is so on fire.
It feels like I fucked up and like the chips were all over my lips. I should have got like a clear passage to the throat.
I was like trying to be cool and like really chew it up and like swish it around.
Yeah,
my mouth.
hell no. I saw that. I'm like, okay.
My whole mouth is burning right now because I like was trying to like really chew it up, but backfired.
And I'm lactose intolerant. Fuck.
Me too.
I don't know what I was expecting, but not that. I don't even know.
Bro.
You literally shot milk out of your mouth.
Bro, because you were making me laugh. I'm kind of cold now.
Yeah, I'm cold. I was just thinking that my legs are shaking. I got goosebumps. You were like sweating. Your eyes are red.
Oh, fuck. I have milk all over me. It looks like I'm high.
Lila's like, are you guys okay? Look at her. She looks like we're like.
Probably licked up my milk that I spit out, so she's probably like, what the fuck? I'm
I like don't want to go to the bathroom. I'm scared.
I just almost threw up kind of that last
Oh wait,
sip of milk.
I'm
really
pretty
got me.
sure that's the voltage overload right there. I need to. Oh my god! I almost touched my eyes. Oh wait,
Oh fuck! Yeah, don't.
Okay, can we tap out
I mean,
of the video? Let's do a closing statement. Closing arguments. Fuck you. That's all I got. You're down. Okay.
all right.
My stomach is
So,
shaking.
final review. Definitely get milk.
Definitely have milk.
If you last 5 minutes.
There's no way anyone I know can last 5 minutes. I'm putting everyone. That's it.
I don't know.
There's no way. How do they do it? I have no idea.